Let's go over gear, best way to get it, best practices, and some tips and tricks. Hello plebs, it is Sister here, hopefully having a great day. I'm having a great day. We're back today in Anime Champion Simulator because we're going to be going over gear. This lovely new stuff, or skins as it used to be called. We're going to be going over how to get it, what to do with it, some tips and tricks on how to make things work, and the current meta. So if you have not already, please make sure you smash the like button, do the same subscribe button, and because I appreciate it a lot, and let's get right on into it. So first things first, what is gear? How do you get it? Well, you can get it from doing several things. You can go and get them from raids. If you do higher tier raids, you have a chance to get some of the more higher tier items. Ooh, Goku skin. Doing the lovely infinite trial that spawns here. Also doing dungeons, how you're able to get gear. And why you are going to probably need to be farming for gear, at least for the first little bit, until you can get a good supply, is whenever you get gear, it now has a location that it can go to. We have transform, we have chest, we have HUD, we have accessory, and we have feet or legs. And now every single unit is able to get all of these items. As you can see, Rengoku's looking a little special over there. So we're going to kind of go over the gear stuff, like what it does, and changing the traits. So first thing to note with the gear, which also they've changed this layout. I don't know why we did that. If you want to fuse, it's that button. This one gives you all the lovely stats that your lovely units now have. That's not Rengoku, that's Luffy. I'm sorry. Don't hate me in the comments. So basically how this is working, let's go ahead and go over to the affixes. This is our astral or the warrior affixes or the mage affixes. This only applies to two different pieces of equipment that you have. So, for example, I have the Warrior Life Vest. This says Warrior and his Transform does. So those two are already locked in. Now, you can see I have other items on here that are not Astral on an Astral unit. We'll kind of explain why here in a minute because of the bonuses. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the other stats that are now involved. These are the substats, or basically they're very similar to runes. So if you now click on any weapon now, it's going to be having this. So it's basically whatever the suffixes are. You can have boss damage, charge speed, punch, crit, boss crit chance, attack speed. With the units, let's go ahead and hit this. Only two affixes will ever apply. However, all of the suffixes, or the basically rune stats, will apply from all 5 spots. So you're going to have to start working on that. Now, when you do get a piece of equipment or gear, it is automatically going to have some stats on it. A lot of these already came with these. I have not changed these. Some of these are really bad. You are able to change them. How you are able to change them is you need to get the currency or the essence in order to re-roll it. Of course, you're going to get a lot of common essence. You're going to get a lot of rare essence. You're not going to get a whole lot of the mythic essence. That's going to take some time. And the higher tier, like the astral gear essence, is going to take even longer. So kind of keep that in mind. And fusion essence. Fusion gear now drops as well. So you now can get easier fusion gears. But in order to change them, because not all of them are created equal, you need to go over here, go to gear reroll. You can go ahead and select one. Which one do I not particularly like? That attack speed's kind of grody. Let's go ahead and change this one. Crit damage. And basically you can accept it or deny it. I am going to accept that for the time being. So you don't have to automatically just go ahead and click it. I do actually like this part of the update that you don't have to immediately, you know, accept something that's bad. So you can kind of sit here and pick and choose what you're wanting. Boss damage. I'll take that. Now, as you saw, it took boss damage. The current meta, we're going to go over and put it up screen too for here for a minute. So if you just want to read and you don't want to listen to me talk. The current meta is to have 2 pieces of gear that both have crit chance on it. So you're going to want a high crit chance on 2 pieces of gear. This is to help get you to that 100% crit chance. And the rest pieces of gear, you're going to want boss damage. So that has been the current meta, is basically crit chance and then the rest boss damage. Basically, you're going to want to get all your guys as close as you can, or at 100. I need to reroll some of his stuff. I do not like the fact that I cannot click on this gear and see all of its stats, because that way it would tell me, hey, you need to change this out. No, now I have to go through and figure out which piece of gear is lacking that I need to go back through and fix. So that's a little bit frustrating. Now, I'm going to give y'all a big tip right now. For the beginning of this, if you have not already, go through the raids, time trial, whatever, or infinity trial, whatever you want to do, and allow to collect every single thing. Because here's the deal. Some of these spots that in order to get better stuff on, like the helmet, the boots, and the sword, we don't have a lot of those items. Some of those are not really used. Go ahead and allow yourself to get all of them. And when I mean all of them, I mean all the rarities. As you can see, I have common stuff down here. The reason for this is getting crit chance repeatedly on 2 pieces of item is a little difficult. It's going to take you a lot of essence. So go ahead and grab several common items. As y'all can see, this is all my equip stuff. I have several lower end items on here. My inventory still has several lower end items. This is so you can start re-rolling a lot without having to waste. These are also items you can keep. So if you end up getting a better stat in one, you can go ahead and use that. Now we're going to talk about rarities because that does actually matter for the stats. I did have this lovely pleb display this. So if you ever start rolling, there's 2 things I'm going to show y'all. There is a varying percent on each tier of equipment. And what am I meaning by that? Meaning, if you get damage rolled for one thing, there is a range that it can be in. The higher or the rarer the equipment, so common is not going to be able to go as high as a mythical. Astral is going to be able to get to the higher stats compared to lower. It is a small percent. We figured it out for, I believe it was just damage, that an Astral was able to get over 100, and commons, not so much. So if you're wanting for boss damage, I would recommend trying to make sure you're using better pieces of gear or higher rarity gear. Crit chance, don't quite know yet. Have not spent time, trying to reroll this stuff for crit chance because you can get it so easily off of 2 commons. This mythical, I will be able to roll better stats than if I roll on the common. So this is something you can kind of build up over time. You can kind of build an outfit for your units to be able to use forever. I would highly recommend getting several pieces that are double crit chance. And then if you get more essence for a higher tier, that would allow you to have, that 100% and not at 95 or 99. Go ahead and do that. And if you're confused, basically everything has a range that it can be in. And from tests done by my community, which thank you, Altered Zen, and those who did this, the rarer the item, the better stats you can get on it possibly. It still can have worse stats than a common. Just depends on luck. So welcome to the RNG simulator. Yep, Anime Champions now has a pure RNG simulator other than the Astrals. So yeah, have fun rolling that. I spent probably 5 hours today just rolling stuff, trying to get stuff sorted to be able to get all my stuff kitted out. I really wish they had a better system for this. Like I could click on a piece of equipment and see its substats, that I didn't have to play musical, like going over here, figuring out where it's at. My biggest tip when you are outfitting your whole team, take everything off. Just take everything off and figure out where your affixes are. So where your warrior, where your mage stuff is, and then go back and try, because honestly, it is the biggest pain in the butt to do. That was painful earlier. That was, yeah, I watched like 4 or 5 TV shows because I was like, no. So that is my biggest recommendation with the gear. Honestly, I wish they had kind of tiered this off a little bit and like done parts, but yeah. And they need to get rid of charge speed. Nobody wants charge speed. Get rid of it. So as this goes on and on, we're all going to be able to get better stuff, hopefully. I have some of these, like, I really need to re-roll that. That is on a warrior skin. Oh, good God. Okay. Yeah. I also am not a big fan of the raid system with this, because if you go over here and go to, let me go to Galaxy 3. Let's go over to Gold District, just Nightmare. There is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cosmics. So me getting the fusion skin, because I already had the new fusion unit, cannot get the new astral for whatever reason. It's going to take a little bit longer to get. In order to get more drops, you can affect that. I'm stuck. So how do you affect the amount of gear that you can get? Well, events help. Potions change it as well. So I think this gives you a 0.5. This gives you, the regular one gives you 1, 1.5, and then 2. So kind of keep that in mind. Look over here. This is what you're looking for. Unfortunately, you cannot stack potions on top of each other. That would be nice because there is no more drop. So if you're needing to get gear, to get scrap, to get the essence, you're gonna have to pop a potion. So considering drop has been useless for God knows how long, I have 49 of the Christmas ones. I have 141 of these. I'm not worried about that part. Just go ahead and pop one of those. Go run a raid. Go run an infinite. Should be good. So hopefully that was helpful in explaining gear. This is gonna be a really long grind to get better stuff, and you're gonna constantly be fluctuating with stuff. So don't expect it to like be meta right away. Those that are already on meta, GG's. Good job being no lifers. I like sleep. So yeah. So there you go, plebs. Hopefully that was helpful with your grind. Once you kind of get it mostly sorted out like I do, yeah, it's a lot of damage. There you go, boom. They look pretty weird though. I am not even gonna lie. It looks insanely weird. Like, poor Rengoku. He's got glasses, he's got that. So I've got a few of these guys I need to reroll some quirks on, because even though I love having, I don't know, I love having the one because it has that 60% chance for crit, which means I can put damage elsewhere, but meh. I will tell you, the skin, the affixes do not affect the scaling units, so don't worry about that. You can equip skins on this, does not matter, it will not do anything. So just kind of want to let y'all know that you don't need to sweat the scaling units. So hopefully if you already have 2 that are 103s or higher, you just need to sweat the other 8 units. So not too bad. But thank you guys for help that helped with the video. I greatly appreciate it. Sorry for a little bit of the delay. And hopefully this was helpful in getting your gear set up and was a good guide. So if y'all have any other tips and tricks that I missed, please make sure to leave it in the comment section down below. And I will see y'all next time.